Hi guys, and welcome to this video on adding and subtracting like terms. A video in the algebra series. My name's Darren Mascu. Really good to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by. If you can, do me a favor and like the video, subscribe, tell your mates, tell your teachers. And I just want to help people, yeah? And hopefully this video will be useful to you. If you haven't watched the previous videos, you might need to, because I do kissies and bunk beds and prison guards and all sorts of random stuff that will make less and less sense as we go through, because I try and make maths entertaining and humorous, and hopefully a little bit so that you can understand it. That's where I'm going. Right, in the last lesson, at the very end, I talked a little bit about what we talked about adding and subtracting like terms. If you remember from a previous video, if I had 3x plus 4y minus z plus 2, that there is an expression. So the first thing is that is an expression. And the reason it's an expression is because it has no equal sign in it, yes? So in this situation, I might be able to simplify it, I might be able to evaluate it, but it's an expression. It's made up of numbers and letters. So we know we have pronumerals, and we have coefficients, we have constants. And again, if you don't know what the difference between those are, go and watch the video. But we also know that we have 4 terms. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And again, it's critically important that you realize that that plus belongs to the 2. The minus belongs to the z. The plus belongs to the 4y. And in front of that 3x is actually a plus, but convention says we don't do it. So now we have 4 terms. Can we actually add any of those terms together? Can we simplify any of those terms together? And I'm saying to you, no, not at this moment in time, because when I go and think about simplifying like terms, I look at myself as if I'm going to Coles or Woolworths. And I look as if I've got a shopping basket and I'm going to put stuff in it. So in this situation, I've got my shopping list that says I want 3 xylophones, 4 yaks. I'm going to take back a zebra and add on 2. Right, and it becomes very confusing with the constants where you don't actually have a physical item. So maybe in my comments you'll just give me an idea of what can that 2, that constant, stand for that makes sense in Coles. Right, so I'm going along, I've got my shopping basket and I put 3 xylophones in it. And I'm going along to the yak stand, that's a big stand, and I put 4 yaks in it. Right, can I add together xylophones and yaks? No. Are they the same thing? No. Do they suddenly become xylophone yaks? Do they combine in some way? No. And sadly, I get all sorts of random things. So sometimes people will go, oh, that must be 7 xylophone yaks. No, you can't do that. Xylophone and yaks do not go together. I've never seen a yak play a xylophone. Please do not do that. All right? Zebras are different from yaks. So nothing in there at this moment in time can be simplified. So let's go to an idea of what we can do when we collect like terms. And by that, we are just adding together terms that are the same. So let's go nice and simple. I've got an apple and an apple. Can I collect those together? Well, firstly, how many terms do I have? 1, 2. I have 2 terms. Are they the same? Do they deal with the same physical quantity if I was going to do it that way? I've got an apple and an apple. Well, yes. Apples and apples, they're the same. If I've got an apple and an apple, I've got 2 apples. Well, in which case, I can now collect that to make 2 apples. Ka-ching. I have simplified that. The reason it's simplified is because I've basically made 2 things turn into 1. Right? I've just made it look simpler. What else? Let's do 2 bananas plus 3 bananas. Yeah. Even saying it out loud, and you know when I say things out loud, it makes sense, doesn't it? 2 bananas and 3 bananas. Well, I can write that simpler as 5 bananas. What about 2 apples, or 2a plus 3b? Are they like terms? Well, no, they're not. I've got 2 apples, 3 bananas. Apples and bananas, not the same. In no country, in no world are apples and bananas the same. So actually, it cannot be simplified. That stays as 2a plus 3b. So it can't be simplified. Ka-ching. Job done. Thank you very much. So do you see what we do now? We'll look for all those letters. And we can even make it more complicated by doing, let's do 2 apples and 3 bananas and 2 apples minus a banana. Again, look at all of these things as if you're going on a shopping trolley. I've gone along, I'm adding in 2 apples because you're always adding in. That first little sign there is always a plus. I've got nothing in my trolley, then I've got 2 apples. Now I've got 3 bananas. I'm adding another 2 apples, but I'm about to eat a banana because I'm a bit hungry. It's lunchtime here, 11:59 when I'm recording this. So now let's think about all the apples. And what tends to happen is I suggest you colour in or highlight all of the like terms. So there are my apples and there are my bananas. And then scanning across, I've got 2 apples and I'm adding on another 2 apples, which means I've got 4 apples. Now, when I look at my bananas, I've got 3 bananas, plus I'm adding 3 bananas into my trolley, and then I'm taking taking 1 banana out. So what have I got? I've still got plus 2 bananas. I've still got a pod, still got those 2 bananas in there. And I think of the word plus as and. So if I think about my trolley, I've got 4 apples and 2 bananas. Ka-ching, thank you very much. Can I simplify that further? No, because apples and bananas are not the same. It can't be simplified. Now, maths tries to get more tricky. Yes? And so when we throw more letters in, it gets a bit weird. So I might have 2 apple bananas and 1 apple banana. Now you're going to turn around and say, hold on a minute, you said you can't have apples and bananas. No, when I put an apple and a banana into my basket, they don't suddenly, when my back's turned, make whoopee and turn into something completely different. At least I hope they don't, because that would be very terrifying. But a whole new idea for a horror movie. Anyway, but if I create this thing called an apple banana, and in this situation, that there is an apple banana, and I happen to find another apple banana, I can basically make them add together. So in that situation, I've got 2 apple bananas and 1 apple banana, which is a like term. So that becomes 3 apple bananas. And again, you might think of a different way of remembering this, but I really like this. Now here's the trick. And I'm going to show you the biggest hint for maths in the planet. 2 apple bananas plus 2 banana apples. The question is, are these like terms? Well, actually, as it turns out, they are. Now, the reason being is maths tries to trick you because it's nothing more than a big fat trick. And generally speaking, where things are written and all stuck together by kissy kisses, we always write the letters in alphabetical order, right? So it always starts with a number, and then the letters are given by alphabetical order. So actually that there is exactly the same as 2AB. Hold on a minute, governor. So if I rewrite the question, I've got 2 apple bananas plus 2 apple bananas, and yes, that actually is like terms, so I end up with 4 apple bananas. So if any of the questions give you letters stuck together, make sure you write them in alphabetical order. All right, just reverse them into alphabetical order. And I think pretty much, let me just check, that's where we're going. So let's do a couple more complicated examples. We'll put some floaty numbers in. Let's do another example. So what about if I have a squared plus b squared? Can I add those together? Well, they've both got a floaty too, so they're like terms, aren't they? No. And again, try to think of this for the moment as some sort of concept. So there is my square apple. I know. Apple squared. Squared apple. And here then would be what? My diagram here is going to be horrendous. But there is a square banana. Are they the same? No. Can we add them together? No. So in that situation, we could not simplify it. We can't write it simpler, so it stays exactly the same. But what about if I had 3a squared plus 4a squared? Can we add those together? Well, again, remember the number in front, this coefficient, just tells me how many of them there are. When we're adding them together, it's really important, or subtracting them, it's really important to look for the letters. And there we have square apples. I want to draw it again. There's my square apple, and there are square apples. They're the same. So I've got 3 square apples and 4 square apples, which gives me 7 square apples. Oh my goodness, one more example. 2a squared b plus 4ab squared. Now again, always look for the tricks here. So the numbers, remember, are just there to tell you how many there are. Do we have letters in alphabetical order? Yes, they're all stuck together by kissy kisses. We've got A and then B, A and then B. But where is the trick of the question? Oh, here the squared belongs to the A, and here the squared belongs to the B. Such a subtle trick for mathematics, but it now means that they are not like terms. Because this is square apple banana, and that is apple square banana. They don't sound the same. So again, in this situation, that cannot be simplified. It would stay as a 2a squared b plus 4ab squared. If, however, all right, so if it had been 2a squared b plus 4a squared b, well, now we can collect like terms because we've got 2 square apple bananas and 4 square apple bananas. So I would have 6 square apple bananas. So in that situation, it can be simplified. All right, here's a pretty challenging question from Cambridge. We are being asked to simplify by collecting like terms. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to colour in all my like terms. So I've got 7 apple carrots, 3 bananas, 2 carrot apples. Hold on a moment. How dare you, mathematics? You are trying to trick me. So I'm actually going to write that down again. But this time I'm going to write it in alphabetical order because then you're not going to trick me. Now you're going to say, what a waste of time. Well, maybe, but not a waste of time if you're going to get the extra marks in an exam and do really, really well as a result. Okay, so we've got 7 apple carrots and the minus 2 apple carrots. Remember that minus sign is so, so important. What other like terms do we have? Well, we're then adding 3 bananas, adding 4 bananas, but taking 5 bananas away. So I'm going to deal with my apple carrots first. So just thinking about, I've got 0, then my basket is empty here. Then I'm adding in 7 apple carrots, but I'm taking 2 apple carrots away. Obviously, I've decided I don't need them. That would leave me 5 apple carrots. So those are those done. Then again, if I imagine my basket's empty, I'm putting in 3 bananas, I'm putting in 4 more bananas, and I'm taking away 5 bananas. So 7 bananas minus 5 bananas is plus 2 bananas. I've still got those 2 bananas in there. And so I have now completed my rather challenging questions by thinking about food. Maths is all about pizza, chocolate, and vegetables, it would appear, fruit and vegetables. And I think that is it for collecting like terms. This stuff gets built on. So every single lesson I now do is going to use all this information, pronumerals, coefficients, constants, like terms, really important, floaty numbers. Please make sure that you've got this sorted. If you've got the Cambridge book now, fire off some questions. Again, if you make mistakes, it doesn't matter. That's the whole point, to find out what it is you don't understand. Message me, right? Email me if you need to. Send me a message through Instagram and just say, yo, Maths Guru, bit confused. Can you help me on this one? And I will do my level best for you. Tell your mates, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your teachers about this channel. Go download notes, sign up to Maths Guru. Otherwise, I'll see you in another video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Yes, this is the end of another video. If you haven't already done so, can you click on my subscribe button? Yes, it doesn't mean anything other than the fact that I know that you are watching. Yes, it's greatly appreciated. Otherwise, I feel like I'm sitting here just talking to myself. And then, yes, there is mathsguru.com, of which you can see a still of now. And what is over there? Well, all the videos ordered by textbook, ordered by topic. You can search for the videos. You can download notes, time codes, exam questions, and so much more coming up. Yeah, it's absolutely free to join. So I'm done. Thank you very much. I hope to see you in another video. Give me a shout out to your mates if you can. I just want to make sure that everyone finds maths interesting and easy. All right, take care, guys. See you again. Bye-bye. Stay safe.